Hi guys, hope you guys are doing really well. Now, rather than doing live at 8 o'clock UK time, because I'm traveling at the moment, I'm in the US in New York with my friends and family just traveling. So there's some schedules that clash a little bit with flights, etc. So rather than canceling the session, what I thought to do would be nice to do is actually to record the session just a few hours before, rather than 8 o'clock UK time. Now it's the same thing Tuesdays as well, but it's just a few hours before. Yeah, so let's get straight into it right now because I've just got something I want to cover today. Now, we've done this before, but I want to get it clear straight away. So, whenever, for those who are new, whenever you want to go into trading and investing, you want to start with really S&P 500 first. In this session, you want to start with S&P 500. You really want to know what happened to the stock market right now. Now, the stock market is doing something really interesting right now. Let me just show you real quick. As I said it before, no matter what happened to the economy, whether it's 2000 internet bubble, whether it's 2008 financial crisis, things just keep going up. And just before the corona time, inflation time, 2020, 21, stock market historically always go up. Historically. So it's very difficult for you to lose money in stock market if you're being patient enough and if you are in the game. Yeah, you want to write that down. If you are in the game, like as I told you before, I asked you to swear if you hold or if you own any index like SP 500, QQQ, own any index, if you're being patient enough, eventually you're going to make a lot of money. Yeah. So you can see in 2008, no matter what kind of financial crisis, World War One, World War Two, if you're being patient enough, you will almost make back your money. Yeah. So this, I want to say congratulations to you to say yes for yourself to decide to learn how to trade stocks. In Forex, though, it's always going sideways. In gold, sometimes it goes sideways as well. If you learn how to trade stocks, which is businesses, companies, unless the world ends, unless the world ends, things, unless the world ends, things will go bankrupt. Yeah. So, but yeah, well, the world ends, you can't really do anything anyway. So congratulations and well done to you. Now let's go to technical analysis real quick, step by step. As I told you before, in the step two, you really want to draw a trend line just right here. You can see a little bit away from the trend line right now. Yeah. And so you wouldn't really want to buy when it's really away from the trend line. Okay. A really good spot to buy is where it's just bounce off your trend line just right here. You can see it's just bounce off just right here, bounce off and bounce off just right here. I wouldn't say you wouldn't want to buy when it's away from the trend line. I would say it's much better for you to buy when it's just bounce off the trend line. That's a much better way to do it. Yeah. Now you go on daily charts as well and you're trying to draw the support line. We talked about it before. So you're trying to draw a support line. Support line is anything at below your price as you think that's about to bounce. Write that down. Support line is anything below your price as you think is about to bounce. Some people will be like, Raven, should I draw a support line on the weekly time frame or on daily time frame? The jackpot is when both time frames say yes. So right now it looks like here, if it comes all the way down to 5400, it's really a good time for you to go all in. Some people are like, oh, Raven, why does it keep climbing higher and higher and higher and higher and higher? Now, things can keep going higher and higher because that's what the stocks are supposed to do. Stocks are supposed to go higher and higher. So if you own already any of your retirement, you own any of your stocks, you own any of your long-term index, you will be celebrating. Yeah, you are only waiting for the crash so that you can put more in. Remember that? You can put more in. Now, let's continue as well. So that's based on step three. Step four, you're trying to wait for a pattern going on, maybe a dodgy strong pattern with the double top pattern going on. Remember, I asked you to do a correction there, number five in indicators. If you've been watching the videos, you shouldn't be selling when it cross over. Yeah, that's no longer valid. Or much better, that only valid when it is like market is normally crashing in 2020, 26. Yeah, normally 2 years after the election time. Then maybe you can start to short companies because the recession normally happens around that time as well. But now come back here. Now in step five, you put your indicators on. You want to buy when it's crossing over, so you'll be buying here. You wouldn't be selling here. You wouldn't be selling here. So you're just waiting for a buy decision. You'll be buying when it crosses up there as well. Yeah, which is really what we want. We are seeing some extreme greed stage at the moment. So now this is based on step technical analysis is like 5%, 10% of what you should be using. Yeah. Now, the more important part, the money is in the pot with something else. So if you go to my website, Raven Connolly, you can see step-by-step process. Obviously, it's not the full process, but the full process is in your training portal. But let's click on first one real quick. Now, let's look at the fear and greed index real quick. Now, in the fear and greed index, you can see that we're in extreme greed. Wow, we're in extreme greed stage. If you remember, when we reach extreme greed stage, you can see last time when we reach extreme greed is like, it's like here, March 4th time. Now, if you look at it carefully, even though when we reach extreme greed stage, it doesn't mean that the market will come down straight away sometimes. So it's good to back test that a little bit. Yeah. But it's nice to know that we're in extreme greed stage. That means a lot of our shorting stocks, we want to be looking for shorting stocks probably today onwards, which is like 15th of October onwards. Yeah, because we reach extreme greed stage. Now, greed means you can see that you actually feel the emotion. Even though you don't look at it, you feel the emotion. You feel like you want to get into the market right now. You feel like you want to buy more. When the things keeps going up, it breaks out. Wow, you want to buy more. A lot of people will start to get greedy. So even though you didn't look at it, you probably like, well, let's start to go in right now. But a great traders, a top 5%, the top 1% of the traders, they will do kind of what opposite people are doing. They'll be like, wow, everyone is trying to put all the money in, sell their house and put the money in. Now you'll be like, I probably would do it later when people get really scared, really, really uncertain. The heart is pumping. I don't know whether stock market is a scam. When people think stock market is a scam, that's when you want to go all in. Remember that. Yeah. 5%, top 5%. You want to think differently. Now, what else? Bullet code options you can see here is really a good time to kind of saying here August 7. Let's see what happened in August 7. In August 7. Okay, yep, this is where the bottom happened. So when it's at the peak here, this is where it's time to buy. So we are not there yet. So you can see the peak here, April 17, time to buy. January, time to buy. So August 8, the market bottom. So you want it to go all the way high up there in order to buy. If you want to sell, you want to wait for it to come back. Like volatility index is quite interesting because you will want it to be very, very low in order to start shorting. Now it's still in the middle. If you want to buy, you want the volatility to be very scary, just right at the top around 40 there to buy. Yeah. Now, safe haven, this is also quite interesting. You can see the last time in 30th of August, guess what happened to the safe haven? 30th of August. So 30th of August. Okay, the market kind of came down a little bit when everyone is moving into safe haven. Safe haven demand. This is like gold. This is like Swiss franc. This is like Japanese yen. When everyone is moving in there, sometimes stocks might actually come down. If you look at it carefully here, even in February 28, stock probably went down a little bit. February 28 this year. Let's see. February 28. Yeah, just a little bit of going sideways just right there. Yeah, it's not 100%. This one's not 100%, but because it's not as high as this 10%. When it gets to around 10%, if you can back test the 10%, because it's still quite low on the February 28, it's just around there. But when it comes here, when it comes high up here, then will be something really interesting to be looking at. Yeah, safe haven. Everyone moving into gold and stuff like that when they think market is going to come down. But I'm going to tell you, even though when the market crashed, gold is going to crash down as well. Yeah, usually. Cool. So if you look at gold time, it's quite interesting right now. You probably expect to be all-time high. Yep, it's at all-time high, kind of there. All-time high right there. If you look at Swiss franc, which is like Japanese yen, if you want to, it's very similar. JPY, because it's against them. So let's have a look. Okay, it's like that. Yep. And Swiss franc will be S Swiss franc. Yeah, just right there. Okay, so it's doing kind of okay. But anyway, so yeah, so in extreme greed stage, this is quite interesting. You want to be looking for stocks to kind of short a little bit. That means previously we are just halfway. We are just in the middle. We are just halfway. You can look at previously we're just greed stage and stuff like that. greed and neutral and fear stage. We're supposed to do nothing just right there. If you do something as well, you want to use very small capital. But you really want to do a lot of things when it's extreme fear. This is where the real money really, really makes. Yeah, so you want to learn a lot of stuff right now so you can go all in during the extreme fear stage. Extreme greed is kind of okay, but it's still not as safe as extreme greed. Insiders, let's look at what insiders is doing real quick. So you look at what is in the CEO, what Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk is doing. So you can see we don't have the crossover just yet. A crossover happens when you really want to go all in. IG sentiment report. Okay, let's look at it real quick. Some people have been asking me. I think Abbas has been asking me. The old one, as I say, the old one is not working anymore because they keep updating it. Now, this is the latest one. So the way you use it is very similar. Anything you want, you just click on it. Let's click this one, SP500. So you see, okay, you want to have a lot of data as much as possible. So you will see that sometimes when we are at, you know, so we don't really have anything is there last time. So we don't really have that for reference. So we can't really use that. Show contrary indicators. What's that? Yep. So we need more. So that's okay. We can't really compare because we don't really have the same time. Then. What about the last one? What is this? NAAIM report. NAAIM.org. NAAIM report. So you see here, when we asked at the top, it's really good time to sell. This is like in between July and April. This is last year. Here, July, it did when it came down. Now we are just waiting, just a little bit more waiting there. Yeah, for it to go up. That will be really nice. Cool. Then you'll be looking to short. Yeah, when it comes up, this will be really nice time to start shorting your stocks. So NAIM is telling us it's still a little bit left to start shorting your stocks. Now let's look at let's look at another our step two real quick to see what's actually happened to the market right now. Let's remove that. So you will see that in October time, in the middle of it, there's a bump going on. We are in the 15th, so we are probably in the middle right now. There's a bump, there's a fake up of a bump going on in the middle. So probably this is it. You see there's a fake bump in the 15th of October. There's a fake bump just right there as well. Where is it? Yep, 15th of October, there's a fake bump. So this is what we are seeing right now. Almost everywhere. October, there's a fake bump. You can see. Yep, fake bump 15. October, just in the middle here, roughly. If I go all the way to the election time, just trying to find the election time. I think that's the election time. You can see in October time, there's a fake bump. Can you see in the middle of October, there's a fake bump going on? It's not a nice rocket, there's a fake bump. So we are just experiencing this fake bump at the moment before we have another pullback going on. Yeah, a fake bump. Hopefully this pullback is going to be big enough to create an extreme fear stage. A lot of people are asking me, Raven, when do you think we'll have extreme fear stage? I'm hoping that at the end of October, there's going to be a massive crash going on to make us everyone into an extreme fear stage for people to go all in. Yeah, so that's what happened right now. This is step number kind of like 2. Now let's check the guidance and stuff like that real quick. So now, because of the fact that the stock SP500 in the last week time has been going up like that, so I would say that any of your stocks that you've been actually shorting, it will probably not go to the way that you want real quick. Yeah, like for example, last week we talked about Albany, we talked about Leaf One. I think they're probably just gonna break even, etc. Yeah, just probably just gonna break even. But you are in the right track. You don't have to worry about them because we're in an extreme greed stage at the moment. So it's gonna have some pullback going on before it start coming back down a little bit. Yeah. As long as your guidance, I want you to write that down. As long as your guidance is really powerful, really special, it has never happened before. Things is coming down. Guidance is saying that it's shorting big time. Then you can continue to short them. Yeah. If I show you some examples, like the reason why we make so much money on Nvidia, because never it has happened before that historically, Nvidia says it's going to increase 100% in their 100% in what? Nvidia has never said they're going to increase 100% in their revenue. So stock just went up big time because historically in the past 10 years, it has never happened before. So when you want to get into a trade, you want to go all into a stocks. When you're reading the guidance, you are reading the stock's revenue, etc. You want to make sure it has never happened before, right? This is why we backtest the previous year. We backtest the previous quarter. Now, a lot of people just backtest one quarter. If you just backtest one quarter, it's good. It's good, but you can never be sure that it has never happened before. You can never be sure. You can only be sure if you have always backtest in the past. So you want to always have at least like 4 quarters, like 6 quarters, to go back and say, you know what, in order for me to go all in, to be very confident, I want to do in my life account. I want to go all in. I want to sell my house and go all in, etc. If you want to do that, you got to make sure if I'm going to do that, I'm going to make sure I pull back at least 5 to 10 years back of my quarters. I want to see historically it's always been going down. Let me show you an example so you can see. Nvidia, let's show some really, really big examples so you can actually see. I'm going to go to investing.com. You can do it manually on your website, or you can do it on investing.com. Yeah, both is absolutely fine. Now, normally you can go back to the guidance, the 8 quarters, 12 quarters of guidance. You have to do it one by one. But our friend Y kind of asks us, like there's another way to do it. It's called investing.com. Just by looking at the analyst earnings. Let me just show you what I meant. You go to investing.com, type the companies that you want, go on Nvidia, and then you go on like earnings. And at the bottom, yep, you can see the earnings here. No, don't look at the green one because the green one is not really a forecast. It's not really a guidance. I would say the bottom one, just accept that the bottom one, the one at the back is the guidance. Okay. So let me just show you real quick what happened to Nvidia so you can actually have a look and see what happened. So Nvidia always 0.578 9. It's like 0.121314, and then suddenly it decreased by half, and then 0.71, 0.81, 0.92, 0.2. Can you see that this is a double? Can you see 0.292 double to 0.27? So it's a double. So when that happened in May 2024, sorry, in May 24th, 2023, you will have go all in, which a lot of our students did go all in when they've been using these strategies. You should already go all in. If you do, and if you learn the strategies right now, you should be filtering trades every single day. I give you the tools, I give you the fish, I give you the strategies. You should be doing this now. It's the same strategies I'm teaching you. So, and then it started to double. And then this is where people should go all in. And because historically in the past, it has never doubled before. Okay? Historically in the past, it has never doubled before. So you can make a lot of money like that when things are happening in this way. Yeah, if you look at it carefully. And then it started to double a little bit, 2 to 3, and then to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7, just a little bit to per a little bit. But in May 24, the revenue literally doubled, 6 to 11. 6 to 11 is a doubling. Yeah. And then so you should know that you should have go all in May 24, 2023. If you look at this graph, the graph went up big time. Now, it's not just this. If I give you another example, like PayPal, for example, just give you a small example, just real quick. I cannot think of anything right now, but I'm just going to give you this one, probably in earnings, because PayPal is one of the watch lists that we recommended some time ago if you are not a new student. Yeah, probably a few months ago. So if I go to earnings as well, so it's the same thing here. Let's look at PayPal real quick. Okay, let's look at PayPal real quick because PayPal is an interesting thing. 8, 9, 6, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 5, 2, 3, 3, 6, 122, 0.98, and then now 1.07. Okay, there's nothing special. Let's continue. 6, 6, 8, 6, 8, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7.51, and then 7.82, and then 7.88. Now, there's nothing special here. Okay, there's nothing special here. But if you really want to be particular, you can go to season, July to August, July to November. They're very, very similar. And I'm going to show you a little bit more. Because remember, ice cream has the same season, etc. Okay? So sometimes it's nice to compare season to season, especially these payment companies. in Christmas time, they have like different season, like November to August. I just want to show you everything to do with November and July, November and then August. November and July. Okay, let's have a look real quick. Normally in 2020, November to July, it goes up. Okay, so this is up. And then it goes down 1 to 1.08. And then 93 to 96 is up. 15 to 23 is also up. Am I looking at the same thing? So 0.98 to 01 is also up. Okay, that's okay. Let's continue this one. This is up. This is 27 to 38 is also up. And then this is what? 68, 6.81. This is okay up. And then this is down. And this is up. So there's nothing special here. I was just doing this just to find something special, but there's not much special here. Yeah, nothing really, really particularly special here going on. But I want to do the market screener so you can see the difference of it. Okay, market screener, you can see a difference of it. Now, what I want to show is let's look at the increase and decrease of this real quick. So you will see that PayPal has actually been, let's see, I'll just see the decrease and increase. So you can see that PayPal has actually been increasing since 7.39. Okay. And from there onwards, it's actually been decreasing 6.723388885182. Yep. So here is a bit tricky now. Can you see? From there, it's a bit tricky. So it's actually been increasing 7.9, 7.4, 7.8, and then 7.39. And then afterward, this has been decreasing. So you'll probably expect that in February 09, 2023, PayPal started to become weird. So it will increase and then started to decrease in February 2023. Let's see. We're just trying to play things around, just showing you, to go back in time to see what you could have done so that you make a lot of money like that. So you will see that PayPal is very interesting. It went up massively and then it went down massively. Let's see. Let me just go a little bit more here so you see it in a normal way. So let's see. So it's 3, 4, okay, and then 5, 5. Now there's some tricky part here. So 5, and then this is 5, and then 6, 6, 6, 9, 4, 6, 8, 7. I see. I see. So the revenue is kind of like that, but let's look at the EPS real quick. 5, 6, 7, 9, 7, 5, 8, 9, 4, 9, 9, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, here is starting to become a little tricky here. You can see there's a drop here from 1 and it's dropped there. 1.09 is dropped to 0. Actually, it's the other way. 1.11 dropped to 0.88. Here is a drop. Normally we don't see the drop so big. Probably here it started to drop 1.12. Yeah, it started to drop. Normally it has a very nice uptrend, up, up, up. Here it started to drop down. The guidance started to become lower. Remember, in July 28, they already gave us a guidance for 1.08. Yeah, so here it's already started. This is where things happen here. Okay, let's see if there's anything earlier sign before. Not really. Everything is going up really nicely. You can see it's a really nice uptrend up till July 28. So you probably expect July 28 things to be a bit tricky. So let's see. Let's remove everything real quick. July 28, 2021. July. Okay, probably just here. You see, July just right here, 26th of July, 2021. It's probably at the top. So it's right. So things have been going up really nicely. If you look at the guidance, remember the guidance is the one at the bottom, at the back here. Oops. What happened? Let's hope it comes up again. Guidance is at the one at the back. Yeah, let me show you properly. So you will see that the guidance actually been increasing in a really nice way up to July 28. Okay. And then let's see. Let me show you. For those who miss that, I'm going to show you again. So you will see in the EPS form, it used to be 8775 is like increasing. And then suddenly here, it started to decrease their guidance here. Okay. And then the guidance kind of going downwards now. 8, 9, 3, 9, 6, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, and stuff like that. Okay. So this is the place where things are supposed to be get tricky a little bit. Now, it will be nice for me to have the whole guidance on market screener so you can kind of compare and contrast. Just give me a second. Let me just see if I can find the whole thing from. Now, this is the PayPal guidance, like someone else has done it. So let's have a look. Well done for those who have done it. So sometimes you can just pull it all up all together so you can kind of like see the pattern real quick. So I'm going to do it really quickly. So you can see 3-1, 1-3, 3-6. So it's all increasing. 3-8, they're all increasing. 2018, 3-6, 4-4, 4-3, 4-3, 4-9, 4-8. So what is this? Okay, so later on it started to change the way they measure it. Let's use the same way. Revenue growth, okay, 13, 23, and then 20 to 25, 28 revenue growth, and then revenue growth suddenly 19. Can you see that? I just want to speak to why real quick on this situation. Like investing.com is okay for you to compare the analysts and stuff like that. But using guidance like that is a lot more powerful because you can clearly see the fact that they say the revenue is actually decreasing. Yeah. The growth used to be 50%, but in quarter two, 2020-21, which is what we saw in July just now, the guidance suddenly cut into 10th. 50 to 10. Excuse me. The growth used to be 50%, suddenly jumped to 5. The growth 26 jumped to 17. 28 jumped to 19. You can see a clear difference there. So I just want to get it clearer quick here. Yes, you can use the investing.com notes. If you are really, really lazy, you can use the investing.com to compare, you know, like the back bit for the guidance and what? For the guidance and the EPS revenue a little bit. Yeah. But the hardworking one, if you want to go all in, you want to double confirm, you want to use your live money, you don't use your live account, you have to go back to the guidance, for the company one by one. You have to pull it out like that. These students pull it out like that. They found it on the presentation. They found it on the company official website. They pull out all the 8 quarters, pull it nicely for you to see. So you can actually see a clear trend going there. Look, it's always been increasing. Look. Not even joking. It used to be 40, like revenue growth 23, like 25, and then 28. Suddenly it dropped to 19. You would have short everything on the 19. You can see this is the July part that we talk about just right here. This is the July part, 2020-21. Yeah, before it start to go down big time, which it did go down big time. Can you see how powerful our strategy is? Just want to say congratulations for you, for those who decide to say yes to do one-to-one mentorship, to the apprenticeship training, because we normally go through that detail in the apprenticeship training later on, because normally we don't go through this detail, because this is a bit of analysis right now to do the trades that you have done. Yeah. So where are we? So coming back, where am I coming back to? Yeah, here 19 massive decreases, and then suddenly they change the way they reflect things as well. Changing the way they reflect things is also quite a tricky part. And then suddenly 6.85, 6.4, 6.8. They suddenly change the way that, sorry, revenue growth is still here. Can you see the revenue growth real quick so that you see revenue growth used to be 28, suddenly 19, suddenly growth how much? Growth 12, 6. Can you see things has been decreasing ever since? like a going down and going down, just like that. Yeah. So until recently, you will see. Let me see if there's a recent one. This is what? 2024. Hopefully, this is a recent one. What year is this? This is 8-1. This is okay. Not sure the date. Sometimes it's nice to have a clear date, but I'm gonna accept that. So you will see that until very recently, you can see end of 2023, then it becomes 19 now, which is slightly better. 20 is still the same, and then 23. So you probably say that in 2020, 24, PayPal has been something like doing quite good. Yeah. So if you look at PayPal, 2020, 24, which is just quite recently as well, which is around like here, 2020, 24, and just right here. Anyway is fine. Yeah, anyway is fine. You can see that PayPal has actually been going up quite nicely because of the guidance has increasing in a really nice way. Yeah. So this one you can only reflect it if you go through the guidance one by one. If you go on here one by one, can you tell? Can you see the difference? Let's see. Let's see. So 2020, 23, and here, let's have a look. 2, 9, 4, 8, 8, 7, 9, 7, 7, 3. It's just going sideways a little bit. Probably this is probably a little bit of the bottom. Yeah, from 7-9 to 7-9. This is probably a little bit of a bottom. May 28, probably you can call it a bottom. 7-2-3-8, 5-1-8-8. Yep. So it started to increase a little bit since. Yeah, to increase a little bit since. You can see that sometimes even in July, they already gave you 2 quarters back of guidance. And this guidance is changed to 8.47. So it's quite a big thing. So July 30th is where they gave you 2 quarter of guidance, and this quarter of guidance is quite big. Normally, we wouldn't increase so big. 7.82 increase to 8.47 is like almost 1 billion increase. We rarely have that much increase. 7 to 7.38, 7.88, 7.51, 7.8. We rarely have like 0.5, like such a big increase like that. A little bit rare. From 7.82 to 7.47. That's like 0.6. Yeah, almost 0.6, almost 0.7 kind of billion increase of it. Yeah, so it's quite a big increase. They give you 2 quarters altogether. 2 quarters altogether. Normally just 1 quarter. This is just 2 quarters altogether. So it's also increased. So you'll probably be a bit careful in July 30. You probably can say, you know what, I'm gonna go in July 30th, just because of the fact that they gave you a slightly big increase. But you will know it properly when you go through the guidance. Yeah, investing.com is fine. Why? It's fine, but it's more massive if you look through the guidance through the official website. Okay. Now, what am I going to do right now? So you can see July 30th, probably just right here, July time, when they give you 2 guidance straight away, massive confidence to the investor. PayPal has been, big time and suddenly go up like that. So you want to make sure the guidance keep on giving better and better for you to keep buying them. Okay. Now, and you want to look at the recent guidance as well to make sure it's increasing. Now, so a lot of the things that we talk about, they have been making money. You kind of already know, and this is just a recent one because the market went up. So initially, you wouldn't be going to the way that you want, but eventually, I think you're going to be fine. And I just want to show you one thing real quick that we've been doing, and it hasn't probably go to the way that we want. And I want to show you the reason why, so you be careful about that. And it's actually called Five Below. Okay, it's actually called Five Below. A lot of this you will already be making money. Dollar General Corp, you're making a lot of money. You've been shorting since 3rd of September. Dollar General Corp. Let me show you. Dollar General Corp. It's been shorting since September, like just right there. Yep, it's just still going down a little bit, like that sideways, but it's still going down a little bit. But what I want to show you is this Five Below that some of our students recommended it. And the reason why we decide to show this Five Below is it says 13% decrease. Okay, 13% decrease. We literally just compare that quarter and we say that it's just 13% decrease. Let me just do the normal way for you so you can actually see. So first we'll go to market screener. And then we look at the date. The date here is 3rd of September. So 3rd of September is probably at the bottom here. So let's see, Lovo guidance, full scale, update fiscal outlook. Okay, this one, August 28. Okay, update fiscal outlook. We click that. Oops, let me just log in real quick. If you're on the apprenticeship training, you should get this login for free as well, only for the apprenticeship. So I'm going to log in right now so that you know on a higher level. So what I'm going to show you right now, I want to show you, can you see, they expect the fiscal year to be what? To be 4.35. Last time is 5. So if I use 5 minus 4, 0.5 is 0.65, divide by 5 is 13%. Hence, we say, okay, let's short it because it's 13%. But we didn't do anything else. We literally just take this information. This is literally telling us the quarter to quarter. This is telling us quarter 2, previously quarter 1, they're expecting 5. Okay? People might not get it right now, but just accept it. Remember, we always compare quarter to quarter. If you didn't get it, that means you probably need some hand holding. But I'm just want to compare between one of the stock that we talk about, which is 5 below. It says short 13, but it did not go down. I want to tell you the reason why, so you're aware of that. Now, and we are calling is decrease of 13% because it went from 5 on the previous quarter to 4. So obviously it's decreased. You expect to short companies very happily. We have a lot of trades correct. Sometimes 1 or 2 trades, it didn't go to the way that you want. Today, I'm talking about that right at the moment because why ask us to talk about it? Okay, I want to talk about that at the moment. It's quite powerful. Now, 5 to 4.35, just like that. So what we're going to do right now, and as I said, we will only make money in guidance if it had something that it has never happened before. NVIDIA increased 100%. It has never happened before. PayPal increased a little bit, like 0.7. Suddenly gave you 2 quarters earlier. Probably never happened before. Now, 5 below, let's see this 5%, this 13% decrease has happened before or not. So what you're supposed to do, you are supposed to pull out at least 8 quarters of guidance. If you want to use your life account, you want to go all in, this is your life chance, you want to go all in, you're supposed to do what we've done on here. You pull out your guidance at least 4 quarter, at least 3 quarters. If you're really, really lazy, I still want you to put at least 3 quarters back. 3Q, 2Q, 1Q back. Q4, Q3. Pull a little bit back. The more you pull back, the more confident you're gonna get. Yeah. So let's pull back a little bit. I know these students did not pull it back, but if you are really lazy to pull it back, go to investing.com and have a look. But I recommend you, if you want to make money, if you're serious about making money, just go and pull it back. It is good for you. Now, what I'm going to do right now is now do we pull back already? This is 5 below. The question you have to ask yourself is, in August 28, when you want to short this stock, it jumped from 0.54 to 0.15. Obviously, it's around 3 times decrease of the money, okay, of their guidance. The question you have to ask yourself is, looking back in historically, has it happened before when it decreased 3 times like that? If it has happened before, then you know what you're supposed to do. Then you're supposed to know what has happened before. Let's have a look real quick. Now, you can see that historically, this company, if you pull it back, it has got a pattern of decreasing big time. Look, previously it's fine, 0.63 to 0.54, decrease a little bit only. And then previously it was 0.37 to 0.63. This is like decrease how many times? Probably, I don't know, 3.7, 3.78, 0.0.63. This is decrease of like 6 times of their money. Six times. 0.54 to 0.15 is only three times. 0.54 divided by 0.15. This is like four times, 3.6 times. But last time it decreased six, that's almost double. So is to say that this company actually historically they always been decreasing their guidance. They kind of always decreasing their guidance. And last time it decreased by six. And this time it's only decreased by a very few. So it's not creating history. It's not something big. So we shouldn't have short these stocks because it's not something big. For Nvidia, we have never had something that increased 100%. Hence we go all in. In this situation, it decrease of the companies like that. In last time, used to be tsunami coming, used to be hurricane, people used to die. Today, only normal storm. Can I say that it's a really worst case situation? No. Would you have short the whole country? No. So this is what I'm trying to talk about. Yeah. So I want you to be careful that when we are doing our homework, our watch list, when you are sending me your trades on the Excel sheet, your Google, try to make sure you go back in time. At least you check investing.com to see that this is something it has never happened before. The decrease, the magnitude that is decreased or increase has never happened before. Nvidia, it increased so much, it has never happened before. So this is a very important lesson I want you to put in the pocket today. So such an important lesson that even though I'm traveling, I still want to let you know because I want you to do good. Okay? Because earning seasons are here now. So I want you to pay more attention, to go through it, do the homework, do the trades, to find any new increase, powerful increase of the guidance that it has never happened before. And this is where the money is. Okay, this is where the money is. Like one of the trades that we make a lot of money as well, I think it's called Natura. Let's see. Okay, this one is like that. But this one you can see, if I show you Natura real quick, obviously we have to go through the guidance. So you have two things to kind of confirm with you. Yeah. So I just want to make a notes here. So yeah, so if you really want to make big money, yeah, when you're comparing, when you are comparing guidance, try to pull out at least, I would say fourth quarter, pull it quarter to quarter back, quarter to quarter back. If you want to short this company, we say it's more than 10%, less than 10%. Look at last time. Has it happened before? Use a common sense of Nvidia as an example. Nvidia has only increased 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%, 10%. In 2023, May, it increased 100% of their revenue. So it's something big. It has never happened before. That's a sign you should go all in. Same thing with a lot of the companies. You want to make sure it's a big sign. Yeah. So a lot of the trades that we recommend, you want to go back and really make sure that the decrease or increase is a big sign. That's where you're going to make a lot of money. Yeah. Natura, let me show you Natura real quick. I haven't checked it yet, but I just want to show you earnings. You can see if there's a big sign, small sign going on. Let's see. Let's see. I haven't checked it yet, but I'm checking it right now for you. So let's see Natura real quick. So Natura, you will see. I think compare revenue is probably easier. Let's see. So you constantly want to look for the difference of it, the difference and the difference and the difference and the difference. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. You're constantly just looking for the difference. Okay, let's look at the EPS real quick. So you can see the EPS on this Natura, this company, is always been decreasing. You can see 1.143. That means they keep losing money and losing money. Can you see? They keep losing money and losing money. Like losing money, like used to lose, it used to peak here. Used to lose a lot of money here. 1.45, 1.12, 1.29, 1.4. And negative means losing money. 1.48, 1.15. So it used to lose money all the way here. So you can probably see this is probably kind of like the bottom. And then later on, then it started to lose less money. So you probably can see, let's have a look. This is August 4, 2022. Natura, August 4, 2022. Let's delete all the drawing just right here. So August 4, what am I trying to do right now? Okay, let's go back here. So I just want to show you that it used to lose until probably when does it started to go up really nicely? Let's have a look. 1.14 and then 1.5, 1.25. Yeah, November 8, probably August 4, you will see that things started to decrease a little bit less. Yeah, August 4. Let's have a look. August 4. Yeah, just probably here. Okay. August 4, the market stop coming down because this company, Natera, if you look at it carefully, they always lose money. Up to August 4, they started to lose less money. Where's August 4? Here. Remember in August 4, they're going to give you this data, 1.25. Remember, they always give you one quarter ahead of data. So it's always been like losing a lot of money. Stock you probably expect to come down nicely until August 4, it started to like be stagnant a little bit. So let's look at when does it start to say, you know what, let's start losing less money. May 29th as well. In February 28th, they already gave a guidance next time in what here to lose less money. So February 28th is probably the bottom there. February 28th. What year? Let's look. Investing.com. 2000 and February 28, 2023. Let's see. February 28. Yep, just probably just right here. Yeah, February 28, probably just right here, 2023. There's a bottom here. Let's see. And then it's gone up. And then there's up to very recently, probably just here, October, the end of October. 1919. Yep. I think this is the bottom. February 28 is probably the bottom where it is. Yep, February 28, 1.43. And then started to decrease real quick. So it started to go up really nicely. Now, what I'm trying to do right now is, you can see that here, things started to become, going up highly. Okay. It started to go up really, really nicely ever since. So it's on one of our guidance as well since quite some time ago. It just keeps going up really nicely. So you can see that's a change of the pattern. You used to lose a lot of money. Let me show you. Used to lose a lot of money. 1.15 is the peak, and then go sideways, and then suddenly in May 9, February as well, February probably, it started to have a bottom because 1.43 started to become 1.16, losing less money, losing less money. Yeah, and it keeps going on. Now, the way I want to make it recorded because you can watch it many times. I'm making this session a little bit more difficult for people to understand because it's intent for you to go back to watch it back again, so you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, the conclusion of Natera is that when the stock is losing more money because it's negative, you will expect the stock to go down. Once it start losing less money, when we start making money, lose less money, the stock started to go up. You can see a pattern going on. So Raven, where's a historically it has never happened before? Historically, it has never happened before is probably this situation. Let me just show you. Historically, in a long time, it has never happened before. First of all, it's a turnaround. It's a turnaround company losing money to be losing less money. That means they be making money. Initially, with the company when they first started, it's like that. Yeah. The second things that it has never happened before is probably. Let me just show you. Yeah. You have to read the guidance in a careful way. Yeah. In here, they never really say it. But if you read the guidance, you pull the 8 quarters out, you compare one by one, you will see that things that it has never happened before. Okay. So at least you can see now decrease to increase of the money. All right. So when you are doing your homework later on, you have to do that. Okay. Now let's go through the trades right now. Now this is just back testing what happened in the past. Now I want to go through the trades right now for some of the trades that you guys have already done. So I'm going to refresh this page so it comes up real quick. Now, normally I will go through a lot of your trades and stuff like that, but because of the short of time, I am going straight into somebody else trade. Okay, let me just copy this and put it out. I'm going to do it a bit quicker. So I want you to make sure you have at least 8 quarters now, or when you publish your trades, is something that he has never seen before. All right. So let's look at one of our students trade, this one. Now, the first one increased by 30% because I think the stock is going to come down. So I'm going to ignore that. Increased by 28%. I'm going to ignore that. Decreased by 40%. Probably I'm going to do this. Now, remember, you want to go back in time to have at least 3 quarters so that you have the confidence. Mako. Let's have a look on Mako. But it decreased by 40% for this Mako. Let's have a look. Decreased by 40% for this Mako. So what you want to do, you want to see historically has always been like that. So you can go to the official company website to find it. But if you're really, really lazy, let's go through this as well. Mako. Because of a lack of time, I wouldn't say lazy. I would say because of a lack of time at the moment. So let's see. Go to earnings. Mako, it decreased by 40%. You'll be like celebrating and stuff like that. But let's see if historically it has already decreased by 40%. If it has, then it's not a big deal. So this website does not actually give you a lot, but let's see. So we are in August 06. Okay, that's fine. So 45 is 50, 55, 45, 47, 44, 41. So you will see that it's actually an increase rather than decrease. Okay. So just now it says the revenue. Let's see what does the revenue says. Revised for the full year. The expect net sales compared to the previous operating profit compared with the previous guidance. It's actually an increase. Previous guidance is 19.41. The guidance now is 32. Compared to the previous guidance, JPY per share, as compared to the previous guidance. Okay. Some people be like, oh, it's very difficult to compare. The words. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. 19 to 32. Yep. It looks like it's decreased in terms of the EPS. Yep, earning per share. But let's look at the million. Okay, it looks like it's decreased from what we just read just right here. But if you look at investing.com, it's actually increases. Are we looking at the same company? Okay, it's a different company. Let's look at. Let me type the right company real quick. Sorry about this. I think it's the same. Mako Network, not Mako Electric. Mako Network. Okay, this one. Go to financial and then go to like earnings. Now let's have a look real quick. What's happening here? So 5. Okay, let's look at the difference real quick. We want to see it has happened before, you know. So 6.58, it decreased to 5.6B. So the question is, how much is this decrease and has it happened before? So what you can do, you can use the difference, probably 1 billion. It's just 1 billion, all right? So you see in the past, has it decreased by 1 billion before? Is it something very big or something small? So let's continue. So last time 4 to 6 is the increase, 5 to 4. You can see last time it's already decreased by 1 billion. So this is not a big deal. Can you see here? 5 to 4. Now 6 to 5. It's not a big deal. Some last time it has happened before. So we wouldn't be shorting this Mako or yeah, because it's not a big deal based on the past. So if you look at it carefully, 10th of October, things doesn't come down. It keeps going up, even though it's more than 10%. All right. And because it's Japanese company, so it's a bit weird like that. So what about this one? Negative 44. Now let's have a look. 662 minus 112. That's the previous one. So let's have a look real quick on this one to see it has happened before or not. 44%, 7 and holding. 7 and holding. It's a Japanese company. So look. Japanese company, you want to be at least 10, 30%, yeah? In order to like do something about that. But let's look at earnings real quick. It's not saying that it's not going to come down. When market crash, these sort of things will come down as well. But you want to see something that has never happened before. So let's see. So, what happened now? 3 dropped to 2.9. So a little bit drop. 31, the EPS actually increased. So because of that, it's increased. So you wouldn't have short it as well. 7i holding. The EPS actually increased. Or some people are like, oh, Raymond, when I read this, it actually says decrease here. This is the net income. Net income, they didn't tell you about the expenses. So net income, they didn't tell you about the expenses. So we are using, okay, this is per share. Net income per share is still the same. It's not earning per share. Remember what is earning and net income for those who are new? The EPS means net income minus your expenses already. So if you are just using net income, we didn't know what happened to the expenses. So net EPS is a lot more powerful tool to compare. Okay, which in investing.com, they give us EPS. So it's a lot more powerful compared to just net income. Net income is like, it's like oxygen, while this is actually like money-making factors. Anyway, let's look at Gilbrother a little bit. Decreased by 10. Okay, let's look at this. Say expect range 4.9, lower than the previous 4.7. So let's go at Gilbrother to see if this decrease by 10 has happened before or not. Gilbrother. Now, when I say it has happened before or not, what I'm trying to actually say is that, okay, let me just show you an example. Like, it's not to say that we should just go all in when things, well, that's a jackpot. The jackpot is to go all in when things has never happened before. Okay, that's a jackpot where 10% has never happened before. At least you want to make it a little bit special. Historically, in the past 10, 20 years, it's actually never happened this before. Gilbrother has always been going up, for example. Let's have a look so you can actually see what I'm actually meant. So now we are on 1.25. They gave you two guidance straight away. They give you the guidance. The next guidance is 1.56. And then the next guidance is 1. Okay. And then what? Now, as I said, a much better way to do it is just to compare the 8 quarters on the guidance on the company official website. But if you don't have time, you can do it. This is like a little bit of a shortcut, but it's missing a lot of materials. But let's continue. Like how we do PayPal just now, we literally compare the growth one by one. But let's look at this continue real quick. So in July 31st, which is today, pretend October because it comes out 2 months late. So it's 1.25. It gave you the guidance of decreasing. This one is decreasing. But this one is okay. Okay, sorry. This is increasing. This is decreasing. Let's have a look. So this is increasing. This is decreasing like that. How many percent? Like 0.2, a little bit. But let's look at the past. What has happened in the past? So 6, 9, 9, 7, 2. So it's a decrease a little bit there. And then increase, and then decrease a little bit there. And then increase, decrease a little bit there. So it's like a pattern. It looks like it's always been doing that. Look at this revenue real quick. 3, 6, 8. Okay, decrease a little bit here. 2 quarters consecutively. 3, 9, 3, 2. So it's a decrease of here as well, and an increase, and an increase, and there's a decrease there. So not much conclusion can be drawn on this unless you actually go and do the guidance. So what you actually have to do, You actually have to go to the website, which is this web company. Yep, Guberta. You have to go through one by one. Okay, you have to kind of go through it one by one. Yeah, you have to go through one by one. As in the sense that you have to pull out at least 3 quarters. Now we pull out 2 quarters. This is good, but you have to pull at least 3 to 4 quarters just to see the difference. But let's look at Guberta, PE ratio as well. If it's really, really high, we can short it and see historical PE ratio. If it's not too high, probably you can't short it. Which website is good? Okay, let's look at this time. So the PE ratio right now is okay. 2022 is okay. Is it at historical high? Let's have a look. As at 18, historical high is probably at 20. Now it's at 18. It's like in the middle. Okay. This is just in the middle. Tall industry. So look. So yeah, you can see it's just been going sideways right now. Yep, it's just right there. Okay, it's at the support lines. So we wouldn't be shorting this stock even if it's more than 10% decrease in guidance. We wouldn't be shorting it, even though it might come down when the market crashes. Or you wouldn't be shorting this because first, it's only decreased by 10%. Second, it's like quite a support line just right there. More importantly, the decrease of this is not something that we have never seen before based on the past history. Let's look at the next one. Valiance, 96%. It looks quite big. So it is 3.83, that one, minus the one before. Is it the same year? Okay, it's a different year. Okay, let's look at Valiance holding. Let's look at in the past, has it decreased that much before? Valiance holding. It's a Japanese company as well. So I'm going to go on financial. I'm going to go on to earnings. So you want something it has never happened before in order for you to be like, go all in and short the companies. Let's have a look. Used to be 1, 18, 18, 17, 16, 20, 22, 19, 19, 21, 21. And now it's showing a little bit decrease. The decrease is 0.6 billion decrease. The EPS has nothing here for us to compare. So Japanese company for this one, we can't really do anything about it because it's not there. So what we actually got to do, we got to pull out the previous quarter a little bit, the previous 8 quarters, to see if this decrease is actually something massive and big. Okay? Valuance holding. From what I see there, because it's they're giving you basic earning per share. I don't know why they didn't put it here. It's just slash like that. So we can't really compare when it's just slash like that. Isn't it? Slash like that. It's just weird. 11, 13, and everything. 12, 16, 20, 22, 19. Thank you. 19, 21, 21, 20. Okay. Yeah. It's not like something that is like, we can't compare like that. We have to pull it out. Okay. We have to pull it out. Let's look at the stock. It's very tempting to short it as well because it's 90% decrease. It's actually quite a big increase. I don't think so. Valuance holding is what we saw on here. Valuance holding because it's just not updated on investing.com. So we have to like pull out the previous quarters as well. So if you pull out the previous quarter, I'm going to put in the watch list actually. Valuance holding. Today's day is 15th of October. First one is Valuance holding. It's kind of short because it's like 90% decrease. You have to go back in time to see if this is something it has happened before. Okay? If it hasn't, then good, short. Okay, 90%. If it's always 100%, 20 or 200%, 90% doesn't mean anything. It's always hurricane. If it's always tsunami, a storm, a raining today, doesn't mean anything. All right. So valuance, we don't have the company there. Are you joking me? Let's look. Okay, if there's no company, then we can't really buy anyway. What is this? Yeah, it's just like going down like that. Valuance holding. How come we can't find it? Valuance. Okay, it's not there. Probably in the interactive broker. If it's not there, that's fine. You can try another website. Next one I'm gonna look at is S Food, negative 47. Again, we have to see where this one increased massively or not. A lot of these are Japanese company. This one is 29% decrease as well. NZD is New Zealand company, maybe. Increased by 12%. Not really interested in something that's decreasing. Okay, let me look at some other people's one to see if you've done it. Um, I'm gonna go to Gamco Avia. We talked about it last week, I think. Avia Network. Buy, okay. Skillex, sell. New company, not much data. 11 minus 15. Where's 15? Here. Where's 11? 15.8. But why are you not using 12? But okay. So the number is 30%. Okay. Gibraltar, we look at it just now. It's a sell, but it's only 10%. So that I think that last week there's not much of like companies we can do. But anyway, we already got a lot of shorting companies anyway. But earning guidance, earning release started this week. So you want to be looking at it. Once you found it, click the button and just go like that. Yeah. Let me see who else have done this. Sam, let me just look at, have you done it as well? Just look at some people tried. October 15. This looks good. Can't see the difference. September. Okay, not bad. Two. Those who are have difficulty to find it, you can watch week 4 training, or in your one-to-one, we might be able to help you a little bit there. Look at G Sky Chewy. Okay. I think she's done everything there. It's true last week we don't really have a lot of companies going on with the earnings, etc. Probably this week you're gonna start seeing a lot. Earnings seasons really come this week. If you want to know what companies is releasing earnings and stuff like that, go to market screeners, just really look at it carefully, or investing.com. Go to investing.com on news, investing.com on news, and then what? Economic calendar. Where's economic calendar? Economic calendar. Yep. Equinox. Not really there. They change it all the time. Let's see. News. But it's best to do a market screener anyway. Yeah, it's better to do a market screener, do it one by one, the manual way, like what we teach you in the training. Cool. Well done. I hope you learned something new today. Very, very important lesson. When you go ahead to do it, make sure you want something that has never happened before. All right. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I will speak to you same time next week. Take care now. Thank you. Bye bye.